Knit One Heart 2.
Episode 174.
I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37, and I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy. And if this is your first time watching us, thanks for checking us out. And if this is a return viewer, welcome back to the show. This week, Sheila's here. It will be so much better than last week.
Oh, I hope so. No guarantee.
Last week, I was just like, I don't even know. I was just blah. It was bad.
No guarantees, because that's what I feel like right now.
Well, we have to kind of wrap this up. We have a lot going on this week.
Yes. So.
I want to start out by thanking two people. First of all, Amelia sent us 3 skeins of Jojo Land Melody in this beautiful multicolored, it's like rainbow colorway. That is going to become a prize for the shawl contest.
But you have one more week.
One more week.
Next week we draw the winners. You'll have to give us time on that one.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. So, it's better looking at it this way. So those 3 skeins are one wonderful prize, and we told you Sam from Knit Run Dig sent us a prize from the UK, so it took a little while to get here.
But we have it.
Knitting Goddess, I can't remember.
Strawberry
Moon colorway. Let me just take it out of the plastic bag. It's so pretty.
My God, the red is so vibrant.
It's very vibrant. Knitting Goddess is one of the dyers. Oh, I like that base.
We haven't purchased Knitting Goddess in a
while.
But
it was one of the first clubs that we belonged to when we first started knitting, before we ever podcasted.
Oh, yeah, long before. It's pretty.
It's pretty. So she sent this yarn, which happens to coordinate nicely with this beautiful apple bag that has a little ice cream cone pull.
And she sent...
There's a little pin. These are the best. You have to take one out.
She sent little apple stitch markers, like apples cut so the core is showing.
Super, super cute.
So that's all one prize, correct?
All coordinates. Yes, this is all one prize from Knit Run Dig. And you do get a little Knit Run Dig pin. And we're wearing ours. We got one too. So this was beautifully wrapped in coordinating paper with little apple stickers too. So I kind of hated to take it apart.
But we really needed to show it.
We wanted to show you how cute it is. So you could also win this lovely prize as well. So that's a lot of prizes.
We have a lot
coming up.
Did you put the yarn in that bag?
Oh no, I didn't put the yarn back in the bag.
No, that's fine. In that bag.
I did. I put it. Yeah, that's fine. I put it all in one thing.
Yeah.
So.
No, I didn't see you do it.
No. Oh, I'm fast.
I'm tired.
Sleight of hand. So, thank you, Amelia, and thank you, Sam from Knit Run Dig, for contributing to this. We have a lot of great prizes, and we are getting a ton of shawls to send in, and that have been sent in. So, it's been really good. I like this. Was a kind of a fun charity thing to do.
Yes, it was.
So thank you to Lise for coming up with the idea, because it was a good idea.
It was a great idea. And I apologize. We have a book review at the end, and
yes.
We have a prize at the end.
We have been, I'm going to just show you the cover of it. We've been given a copy of Buried in Stash, Colorworks by Debbie. It's a calendar with knitting ladies who are buried in their stash. It comes with 3 patterns, though. 3 colorwork patterns and a listing of knitting-related events throughout the year.
So, if anyone's interested, it's $12 each plus shipping. 2 or more is $10 each plus shipping.
And it's very cute. We're going to show you the calendar, and then we'll do a contest on the group for it, so you can win your own copy. But we'll talk about that also.
But we also have a copy of the sock book that we're giving away.
There will be a contest. Oh, yes, we're drawing a sock thing. So,
and we're doing a book review.
Book review of Knits That Breathe by Julie Turgeman. We're doing the calendar, which will have a contest, as well as the book PDF contest. And then we're drawing a winner of the Bigfoot Knit socks, all at the end. So we got to roll to that, because that's a lot. All right. So
on
the
needles
dance card.
On the dance card, I still have my lonely little sock.
It's bigger.
It is bigger. Like I said, I do only knit while I'm at work with this. And depending on how long my lunch is, or I shouldn't say how long it takes me to eat my lunch, is depending on how much I get to knit. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to turn the heel. I do have to try it on again to make sure that I'm not going to have another problem.
Another incident.
So this is on size 1.5 needles, Miss Babs. Denim colorway? I don't remember.
I think it's denim, and then this was like a little sample skein we got from the Podcasters Challenge, these many years ago in 2011.
I know.
And the reason I know it was 2011 is because I have been transferring all the files over. I'm on the last year. It was 2011.
Yeah. So I'm still working. Like I said, it's a slow knit because it is done at work.
Cool.
So the other thing I did cast on for something else that I'm knitting at home, it's a baby blanket, and I'm using...
Kitchen cotton?
I am using kitchen cotton. I'm trying to think of the name of the blanket. It's based on the grandma's favorite dishcloth.
It's like a diagonal.
I've knit this one before. I knit it with my purple diagonal comfort blanket. It's free from Lion Brand. You start with some and you go upwards. I am a quarter of the way done based on this stitch count. I do need to get knitting on this.
Yeah, you better get to knitting, my friend.
I know. So I have been knitting on this at home. It's working. And that's all I have on the dance card.
Me. I actually had an opportunity to do some work this week, unbelievably.
Excuse me.
So,
sorry.
The first thing is, Alien Bunny has a hat.
Oh, how cute.
It has not attached yet, but I finished the hood. And Alien Bunny also has... Turns out the hat that I was knitting, I was messing it up. So it was good that I started over again. I also made 2 ears. So I haven't attached them yet. I'm going to do all the making up at the end. But Alien Bunny has 2 ears, and they will go on like this. Get them pointed the right way.
Cute.
So it's getting there. And then I made a tiny hand. So I'm like halfway done with this arm. So all I have is half an arm and then the other arm and the little puffy tail, and I can finish this. So I think by next week, as long as nothing about my ability to knit, my knitting schedule changes, this should finally be done. Because it's going, you are able to take this hat off. I think that I was supposed to, this is a modification on an existing pattern. So I didn't follow, I think I was supposed to attach this before I did the head somehow.
Oh.
But what I am going to do, because it's going to a 1-year-old, is after I get everything secured onto the hat, I'm going to sew it down all the way around the head because I don't want her to be able to take the hat off.
Right.
And I want everything to be one piece. So I'll either crochet it into the back of the neck and then sew it down on the head, or just sew it all the way down. The ears, too, I think. I'm not just going to sew them to the hat. I think I'm going to sew them to the head just because it'll keep them more secure. Mm-hmm. And then the arms will be sewn onto the body, and a little powder puff tail. Powder puff tail. So that's
And what yarn is that?
coming along. This is that Karen Simply Soft Light.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah. Let me just say this. First of all, the last time I knit with Karen Simply Soft Regular, it squeaked. Do you remember I was making that swear? This was like in 2007. It squeaked so bad that it was disgusting. And I swore I would never knit with it again. But they have this Karen Soft fingering weight, which is like a sport or a fingering light. I'm sorry. It's a sport or a fingering weight. And so I needed that weight to make this doll, and I didn't want to do it in wool scraps because my sister-in-law, I am sure, will want to wash this doll. And
oh, yeah.
I don't, kids get stuff on it. I wanted it to be very washable.
Wanted it to be kid friendly.
So I got this, and I have to say, it is not squeaky like 2007 Karen Simply Soft is, leading me to think that either it's not fat enough to be squeaky or it's
a different
like they've
process.
upped their game or something.
Probably.
But it is not good to crochet with this small hook because if you can see, it's very loosely plied.
Split.
So it splits. Like it was, I didn't have as much trouble crocheting the Mushroom Boy out of regular sock yarn as I did out of this. So it's slowing me down a lot. Like sometimes I have to put the hook through a couple of times so I don't catch on the splitty yarn. So this would probably be great if you were knitting something that wasn't with a tiny crochet hook. Knitting, it would probably be fine. I don't think it would be that splitty for knitting, but for crocheting, and just for reference, the hook I'm using is like this. It's very small. This is not a good crocheting yarn, and I see that I am actually, the hook is not even here. Please tell me to not lose the hook, because that would be very sad. No, I got it. I kind of like to keep the hook in the
Notions bag.
in the Notions pouch so I know where it is. So that's coming along pretty well. Like I said, the last time I showed that, I only had the body and the head done, and now the hat's basically done, and I'm about halfway done with one arm. So I'm getting there. The other thing that's still in the dance card, I did actually take this out this week, but I didn't knit on it, is the good old Starleaf Shawlette by Jenny Johnson Jonan. This might have to go away for a while I finish up other projects because...
You're not into it?
No, it's the beading. I like beading, but I just am not at a point right now with my life where I can sit down and bead. Like... This whole summer has been bad for beading. Right. I don't know why. I mean, maybe now that the kids are back in school, I'll have more time to sit down and do stuff. But so far, I haven't had enough time. And, you have to get your little thing of beads out. And I have to have time to, spread everything out and sit down. This is not a pull it out of your bag and knit on it kind of thing. Plus, it requires a chart. It's not a complicated knit, but it requires a chart. So anyway, there it is. This is in Fleece Artist Saldana 2 in the Star Dust colorway.
That sounds about right.
Could be right. With beads and everything, and I'm knitting it on my signature needles. So those are the two things that are actively on the dance card this week.
Is that it?
What was the name of your blanket that you just said?
I'll show you.
Comfort.
Diagonal Comfort Blanket by Lion Brand.
Okay.
And then a generic toe-up sock.
Yeah, I know you saw it.
Kiss, lips, whatever.
Yeah. FLK. Just call it FLK. It's like JFK. FLK. Just call it that. Every time I tell you, just call it FLK.
I know.
All right. So,
rate your date. I have a date to rate.
Yay!
I should, since I didn't record last week. But this was actually a date to rate last week, too. So I finished my cowl. Of course, ask me what it is, and I don't remember. I called it Pretty in Blue. It is the City Creek Cowl by Susan Lawrence. It's a free pattern on her blog, I believe. I use MadTosh Vintage in the Blue Nile. It's a very turquoisey colorway. I did block it. It kind of shrinks back a little bit, but I did block it to 1 inch of its life.
It's good, though. It's a good, suckiness to your neck.
Like it's drapey.
It's drapey, but it's not, so drapey that it's going to droop down and air will
I have
go
not
in.
woven any ends. So oh, no, definitely not. I mean, if you put your coat up, it'll be good. Yeah, and it's got some nice...
that is such a pretty color. This camera just does not do justice.
It really, really doesn't. It's a really pretty color.
It's beautiful. Love it. How would you rate it? 2 thumbs up?
Yeah, I'd rate it. The ease of it was easy. I was able to cable. It's a 3x3 cross cable. I was able to cable without a cable needle. It was super easy. It looks like it's not going to fit. I used the size that it required.
Yeah, I remember. It looks
But
small,
it
but
does.
it
It does definitely fit. Whether or not I wear it, we'll see.
Oh my God. I don't even believe you're saying that.
I don't know. You know me. I don't.
I like it like that. It actually doesn't look bad because there's like this squareness on the side. It actually doesn't
Maybe
look
I
bad.
should seam it.
And make it into a hat. Seriously.
Make it in a hat, or either that, or when I wear my ponytail.
It could stick your ponytail out of it.
Here we go.
Seriously, now that totally works. It works. I don't even believe I'm saying this. Something about that works.
Because my hair isn't hidden.
Yeah, maybe that's it. See, I like a nice hat too. See, it's
versatile.
It's versatile.
I think I have more hair on my head over here. Oh, look.
Lopsided head.
Yeah. Anyways, I do love the color, and if I do not wear it, it will not go anywhere anytime soon.
I would wear it because that color is beautiful on you, and it gets a cowl and a hat. That looks weird. But that looks super cute.
We'll see.
It's super cute.
It would probably work for work because I do tend to wear I shouldn't say that. If I wear my hair down, you've seen me, I just always go like this. This is the most I ever wear my hair down.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, I wear it up and it's still wet from this morning. Feel that?
Oh, it is. My hair is still a little bit wet too because I took a shower before I went to pick the kids up.
Yeah, but I took a shower at like 5 o'clock.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm just saying, I have no hair and my hair is still wet. Just in the back, though.
So, I gotta weave it in. I'll finish it and probably put it in a plastic bag until I actually need to wear it.
'Cause I think it's good.
I'll probably wear it more as a headband.
I would. I think it looks super cute on you.
Cowl, but we'll see.
Is that all you have to rate?
That's all I have to rate.
I have one project to rate. I showed you this last week. This week now with thumbs, I finished my Death Lake mittens. I love these. I think I'm going to get a good wear out of these. I like these the best out of any mittens that I've knit so far.
Really?
Yeah. They're very cushy.
They are cushy.
Because they're color work.
Handspun,
and
too.
the handspun,
yeah. But what about your horses?
I love the seahorses, but I like these even better. I think these are like super interesting. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of Mexican Day of the Dead colors. I love this section on the palm of the hand here where it's like hot pink to orange to yellow. It's so pretty. So, yeah, all done. This was an interesting thumb. I was telling Sheila it's different than the usual one because you decrease after you
put the thread in for the...
Yeah, after you decrease a little bit. And so it gives you a little bit of a wider thumb gusset, which I kind of like. It's a little bulky, but it's kind of interesting. But I like them. And I like how deep the arm part is so that when I put my coat, it'll be well underneath my sleeve.
I always like that.
But they're not too tight, so they're not like grabbing at me. Mittens, I can't wait for it to get cool. And what a coincidence. I blocked these 2 days ago, and today it is 90 outside. Where was this weather all summer long?
Stop you moaning and groaning.
Seriously. Look, seriously.
No, I'm
we
not
barely went
complaining.
in our pool this summer because it never really warmed up. The water never really warmed up because it was not that warm. And all of a sudden...
My kids were in the neighbor's pool all the time.
Well, my kids went in the pool, but I didn't go in the pool.
Oh.
And now all of a sudden they've been back to school for 2 days and it's been like in the 80s and 90s.
90 degrees out right now.
Yeah, it's hot, man. My kids, they didn't even go out on the playground
and
today.
It's supposed to be 81 tomorrow.
Yeah. Ooh. So,
makes you feel any better. It's 100 degrees in Phoenix right now.
I'm glad I don't live in Phoenix. Sorry if you live in Phoenix. I don't think I could take that kind of heat.
Technically, it's 98. It's supposed to reach up.
Well, 98. That's nothing like 100. I couldn't live in that heat. I just do not do well
So
with
you know,
heat.
my brother lives in Phoenix. That's why I have it. Saturday, 108.
I just can't even.
50% humidity, though. 15%.
Oh, see. Well, that's like when I went to this place in California, Needles, I think it's called, we stayed there overnight once at a campground, and it was like, even in the dark, it was like 98 or something, but it was very dry, and we would get up in the night. We were camping in a tent. It was my husband and I before we even got married. We were driving across country, and we would go and get in the pool, get out, and walk back to our tent. And by the time we got back to our tent, it was so hot and so dry that our bathing suits would be like completely dry. The air with the water would just sucked out of them. Huh. So yeah, I couldn't live in heat like that though. It would drive me crazy. I don't do well with high temperature. So on the dance card, rate your date, whirlwind romance. What I showed you last week is what I got. I have not done any spinning this week. So no whirlwind romance. How about future dates?
Future dates. So I've been thinking about this. The blanket's going to be a bit socks, most likely. Well, I think I'm going to finish the sock, one sock, put it aside, and cast on something bright. Probably something from my blue moon, since I have so much. Yeah,
I would. What are you going to make? Socks?
Oh, of course. Of course. It's got to stay simple, only because it is mindless. I pull it out at work. That's going to be my sock, my mindless work, or whatever.
I was this close to casting on a pair of socks out of that other neon sock yarn I got, because of the Mystic Spiral socks that I knit up so fast. I was like, I'm going to do that again. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to make probably another one of those zombie dolls out of sock weight. Like, I have half a skein of, not even half a skein, I have almost a whole skein of Malabrigo sock left over from something that I've been using to tie my, my spinning. It's just been sitting down here because I haven't taken it upstairs. And because I kind of feel like I want to do a really quick, simple, easy project before I sit down and deal with these outstanding whips that I have to deal with. And I am going to be seriously evaluating a, frog it or finish it situation.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of stuff that I have no love for.
The only thing that I have on outstanding on needles is that sweater. And I saw him a few weeks ago, and I still think if I continue, he'd still fit into it. But there's no love there right now.
I know.
I don't know if it's the yarn, the sweater.
I have so much that I want to knit that I really need to evaluate the stuff that I'm not knitting and decide if I'm ever going to go back to it. I am a finisher, I like to finish my projects, and
you haven't been lately.
I have just been skipping around. So and I think it's just because I've been so busy this summer, and I just have not been able to sit down and really enjoy my knitting, because we've been working on the house, and then we were traveling, and then we were getting the kids ready for school, and I just feel like, and there's still stuff that we are doing to the house all the time, and I just feel like, and then the stupid video transfer thing from Blip has sucked my soul out for the last month. I just have not really had time to even enjoy knitting. I feel like when I have downtime, I just want to relax and do nothing, because I feel like all day long I'm either scrubbing out something nasty or transferring those files. So I'm going to do a simple project, something like that, like a little stuffy or a doll, something simple, mindless, bang it out, take me like a week, and then I'm going to reevaluate and see what I'm doing. That is my plan. So that's it for future dates. Baubles and bling. No?
I don't think so.
Me either.
The only baubles and bling I have is not even delivered yet.
Oh.
Tax-free weekend was last weekend?
Yeah.
And we bought a washer machine, and it will be delivered on 9/9. That was the earliest we could get it.
That's my baubles and bling.
I know, I like it.
I got a buffet for my dining room.
But other than that, I have no baubles and bling.
I don't. I want to tell everybody, though, thank you for all the comments on the bee sting thing.
You still have it.
I still have it. It's still swollen. It still hurts. And I read that it's been a week now. Tomorrow it'll be a week. It's still like, if you touch it, it still hurts. It's crazy. Don't get stung by yellow jackets. But now I know if I ever get stung again, I have remedies ready. And my call blocker is still
Oh.
It blocked yesterday 5 calls.
Wow.
5 calls. You know who keeps calling like they can't even stop is the fake IRS people. I know this because I looked them up on 800numbers.com, but they called me 4 times yesterday. Can't get me. I only know every at the end of every day before I go to bed, I look to see how many calls are blocked on my phone.
You're funny.
I know. I like it. It makes me happy. And I am now blocking 12 numbers because I got a couple of. I'm an equal to opportunity blocker. I will block the telemarket scam people, but I also block people who call with political polls and television surveys. So those are all getting blocked too.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one.
And I'm about to block Big Brother, Big Sister because the last time they did a pickup at my house, they broke a box of dishes all over my lawn. Do you remember this? There was glass all over my lawn. They didn't apologize. When I called up, they're like, oh, well, that was your fault. You shouldn't have packed it. You probably packed it improperly. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to donate to you anymore.
Did you say that to them?
I did.
What'd they say?
She was like, well, if you do, you should have read our instructions about packing glass. They were not apologetic, let's put it that way. I'm sure the organization as a whole is a great organization. I have been a long-time donor of my stuff, but I think I'll just be donating to Goodwill or some other place now. So they called yesterday, but they hung up. And then I was like, they only call me every 6 months, so I maybe don't need to block them. I need to save that number for the scam people. I only have 1,000. I'm blocking 12. I gotta be picking and choose.
Oh gosh, if you go over 1,000, then there's something wrong.
I'm sorry, but I have not had a harassing call since I put that thing in. That thing is amazing.
Well, that's good.
So I'm a very satisfied customer, but I don't have any real baubles and bling.
Crushes and heartbreaks. So I bought a washer.
Yay! That's a crush.
Yeah. We won't get it until September 9th. That's the heartbreak. That was the earliest we could get it. My husband was home for the last 2 weeks. That was kind of fun. It was nice to have him home. What I really liked was the fact that he was home for dinner each week.
Yeah.
And we were able to sit down each night. What I didn't like was the fact that I still had to cook.
Yeah, that seems kind of unfair.
But what was funny is he had a dental procedure done on Friday. He was supposed to get an implant done on his front tooth. And he didn't have enough bone there, so they had to do a bone graft. But what I thought was funny, I so wish I had a picture, but I get to try again in 4 months. He was the living epitome of Grumpy Cat. I swear to God, when I looked at him, he reminded me of Grumpy Cat. Because he's sitting there half sedated in the chair with gauze in his mouth, just like, I can't even do it with a straight face. Poor guy, though, we've been cooking things so that he can either, put them on the side of his mouth and chew it. It's been very soft food. Because it's this tooth right here. And his lip is swollen. It goes like this. Like, he's always had an indentation right in here.
Yeah, but he doesn't right now.
I'm like, something's weird. I said, your lip's swollen. He goes, it is. So, it was a crush and heartbreak to have him home. Oh, I wish I had it. My boys painted their room.
Oh, you mentioned that 2 episodes ago. How's it looking?
I wish I had the paint chips out in the car, but a blue and an orange, and the only thing I can think of when I look at it, the colors on them, their own, are very nice colors. Together, they remind me of the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, it's a sports.
We don't live in Miami. We're not that we don't like the Dolphins. We're not Dolphins fans. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I said to my husband, I said, you let them paint that? He goes, well, they picked them out. I'm like, so what?
The one time I let my son pick out paint, it was from the Disney selection, and he picked Kermit the Frog green. And when we painted it on the wall, it was so bright, it seriously gave me a headache. And I took it back, and I made them add navy blue to it. And now that's why we have that weird green in this room, because I was like, I'm not buying new paint. Just tone it down. It was like neon
Oh,
green.
I bet.
It was bad.
So, yeah.
Why we don't let kids choose paint.
So even Monday I wasn't able to relax. Yesterday I think I took a nap for about an hour, so it was great. Because when he's home, I don't feel like I can relax.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
he didn't give me a hard time.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
And kids are back in school.
Mine have been back in school for 2 days.
Mine too.
Doesn't feel like it though.
I guess that's all for crushes and heartbreaks. I'm sure I'll think of something else.
My kids are back in school. It's going well.
It's only 2 days.
My daughter was very nervous because she went to the middle school.
Oh, that's right.
So it's a different thing. There's a whole bunch more kids than there were because in my town there are neighborhood schools. So you go to school literally with people who live in like a 5-block radius of you.
Right.
The middle school it incorporates the entire town. So it takes the 4 neighborhood schools and puts them all into one big school. So,
wow.
She's been going to school with the same, I think there are 40 kids in her school in her grade. Same 40 kids since she was in kindergarten. And now she's going, quadruple that. Right. Now she's with all these kids. So, she was nervous. She was nervous because when you go to the same neighborhood school, even though you're going to a new grade every year, you know all the teachers.
Right.
But these are all teachers she's never met. But she is really enjoying it so far. And the cell phone situation is working out really well. We keep in touch. She lets me know when she gets to school in the morning, and she lets me know when she's leaving. So, and she's been following the cell phone rules very strictly now. So that's really good. And my son, he's thrilled because he doesn't have homework.
Yeah.
He's not going to have homework until next week.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, well, but I had homework. I had to fill out a sheet about my kid for the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Jack's like, you have homework, though. So I did it yesterday, and he took it back to school today. And this afternoon he told me, Mom, you had until Tuesday to get it done. I said, I get my homework done early. Took me 5 minutes. But he was very impressed that I got it done so early.
Oh, good.
So that is a crush that school started again and that it's going well for them. There are they seem to like all their teachers. So I don't know. And I knew Jack would like his because we know the teacher. But I was more worried about Lily. But she seems to be settling in. And she's got a couple of her close friends are in her homeroom.
Oh, good.
So, she's not completely just like alone in middle school. So it's going to work out great. I found out that ballet is another crush. Ballet is going to be on Friday this week, so I'm only going to have to drive people someplace on Thursday and Friday, not Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh. Okay.
So the downside is Jim's going to have to help me out once a month when Lily's ballet conflicts with the team karate. Yeah, but he can suck it up. It just means he has to come home 15 minutes earlier than he normally does.
Oh.
It's not like a big deal. It's just that she gets out at 6:15 and my son gets out at 6:30, and I just can't swing that. I could probably swing it if it's the closer one, but the one that's a few towns over, there's no way. It takes me 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes to get there at that time of night. So, but that's a crush that's like, it's going to make it easier for me to schedule the other stuff that's going on.
Oh, good.
And the heartbreak is my son's missing school tomorrow. He has an eye appointment.
Oh.
And I just realized that they don't have school on Friday, so we're going to have to swing by in the morning anyway to pick up something that he forgot. But yeah, or maybe I'll take him back to pick it up. But he forgot to bring something home that is due on Tuesday, and I don't even think he is aware that he's not going to be at school tomorrow. But I am.
Oh, okay.
And also the other heartbreak is that with all the stuff getting ready for school, and we had to clean our basement out. It was a long story. The cats were peeing down. It was a long story. One of my older cats is not doing well, and we had to clean a bunch of carpeting in the basement, and it took an entire day to clean. Just cleaned everything down there. We did it with bleach, and it was a whole thing. So with all that going on and then getting the kids ready for school, I kind of forgot it's my husband's birthday today. So before Sheila came over, I had to run out and buy a cake. And after Sheila leaves, we have to go out and buy something for presents or cards. Or I'm not organized at all. I did remember to tell him. I mean, I remembered yesterday. It's not like I didn't remember until today, but I remembered yesterday after it was too late to do anything. And so other than that, life is good. My scam callers are down to 0, so I'm very happy. That's a big crush. That's it.
On a side note, I have clothes for you out in the
great.
hallway. I got more at home, but that's what I grabbed. And then my son calls every day at 2 o'clock to tell me that he's home from school. So I was out back somewhere, and they said, Sheila, you have a call. And I said, oh, it's probably my son. So I put him on. She goes, oh, I don't think so. He sounds older. I said, no, that would be my son. So I put him on speakerphone. He didn't know it. So we're talking back and forth, and I said, I love you. He goes, I love you more.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, oh, I'm like, he doesn't know I'm on speakerphone. Don't do that. Actually, no, I think I told him I was on speakerphone because he goes, you sound distant. I said, I'm on speakerphone. But I don't think he realized it.
That people were listening to you? Well, that's cute. Yeah. So, it's nice to have that confirmation.
That they're home,
They're home.
And he's like clockwork. 2 o'clock. Boom.
Yeah, Lily has been really good doing that too. And I like that I can just text her if I don't hear from her.
Yeah.
So that's it for crushes and heartbreaks. Gossip and innuendo.
We got a lot going on.
We got a lot. First of all, let's do the calendar. So I got contacted by Deborah Tomasello, who I am pretty sure is Colorworks by Debbie. And look at this cute, it's real quilted. I don't know if that's really quilted.
Well,
but it's real.
It's on the note paper.
It's super cute.
Yeah, it is really cute.
She put together this buried in stash calendar. And it comes with 3 colorwork patterns. And this is not going to be for everybody, but I think it's kind of fun. And I love it that all these knitters came together to do it. And so here's one lady, Pat Sample. She's with her stash. And here, I love this one. This is Sandy. And I love that she has the giant heart-shaped box for her yarn. And then there's Charlotte. She's got a March theme. They're going by themes. This is Tamsin. She likes to make baby hats. It's kind of cute. Then there's Dana. Dana's rocking some bags of yarn there. Oh, I like this one. Petra. She's on her motorbike.
I like that one.
With her yarn in the side saddles.
And the calendar also highlights some fiber events that are going on. So, we're in June.
Yep.
The original Creative Festival, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Maine
Knitting Cruise, 4 days with Bill Huntington, Historic Maine. Oh, that would be nice.
Knitting Public Day.
Webb's I-91 Shop Hop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wonder if they have on Massachusetts. They got Massachusetts Sheep and Wool. Maryland Sheep and Wool. TNA.
Craft Cruise 7-day Canada and New England. That's nice.
Sorry. This is Deborah. Inside a mound of knitting. Not a lot going on in July. There's 2 cruises. Oh, I like this one.
Oof.
I think
I give her credit.
Therese. I know, I'd be worried that my yarn would get wet.
She's in a pool on a float.
Yep, with her yarn. And then there are 3 patterns. September is Fallout Arm Warmers, and I'm not going to show that one because I don't want to, the whole pattern is on one page, so I can't really, maybe I could, there's a lady on the side of it, Susan. She's got a garbage bag of leaves and yarn and a rake. And here is Linda. She's got a cauldron full of yarn. That's cute.
That is cute.
And she's made, the fire is made out of yarn.
I saw that.
That's cute. And then there's Deck the Hall Fingerless Mitts. I can't talk. For
and
November.
That's a pattern.
That's a pattern. And then there's Sea Painter. She's got a tree with yarn all underneath it. That's for December. And then there is the Paisley Cowl. You can see right there.
Looks like it's double knitting too.
Look, it is. It is reversible.
Yeah.
Cool. So, here is the Colorworks by Debbie 2015. I'm like keep seeing, it says 2016 on the back. 2015 Buried and Stash calendar. They're going to be doing 2016. You can go to Colorworks by Debbie group on Ravelry if you're interested in joining this. And Sheila told you, oh, it's in this one. You can buy one of these.
You can
for
buy
yourself.
this $12 each plus shipping and handling, or $10 each plus shipping and handling. So go to, I'm sure, the Ravelry group.
The Ravelry group. I will link to where you can get this in the show notes, and I will run a link under the picture here. But it's super cute, and she gave us this, so one person can win a copy of this calendar and the 3 patterns in it. So we're going to start a Buried in Stash calendar thread, and if you're interested in winning the calendar, put in there which season of the year you would be if you were in this calendar. Which month? Which month would you be? So that's that, and that'll go for 2 weeks. And now we have a book review. Again from Cooperative Press, and I'm so excited we got a 5th book to review. So
yeah, I was looking at that one last night.
I haven't looked at it yet, but I was writing to the lady that we contact with from Cooperative Press and telling her that I am really excited about that particular book.
So this one's Knits That Breathe, 12 Breezy Projects to Keep You Cool. And they're very summery. I would definitely say summery.
Summery,
spring,
flowy,
late spring, very
drapey.
And
I'm trying to get to the front of the.
So the patterns are very nice. There are some that. What I like most about this is a lot of the models were not young models. They were mature
we really
women.
Liked that was people more in our age group. There were some young models, but there were also more mature models that it just.
It made you feel.
It made you feel like you could see yourself wearing a lot of these styles.
Some of them are really breezy, obviously. It looks like all of them, if not all of them, most of them have eyelets. So you need to know how to knit 2 together or a version thereof in yarn over, or again, a version thereof. The first couple of pages has fiber resource guide, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It talks about the different fibers that you might use.
And how well they drape.
And how well they drape. The source of the fiber takes well to color, moisture wicking. So if you have issues with sweat or whatever,
if you think you will be sweaty wearing
the elasticity.
If you live in Arizona,
yeah,
this would be great for
the
Arizona
drape, the
weather.
hand, and the elasticity. Yeah, I can't spit that word.
Elasticity.
Thank you. Whether it's non-allergenic or not. So that was nice to have as a resource.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I haven't seen that before, and I think that's really important because a lot of these garments, these styles depend on it being very flowy and drapey. Hence the word knits that breathe. They're very easy. So
you may end up wearing like a tank top or something underneath.
We were saying, yeah.
As mature women as we are, we may not want to be showing off our bras.
And some of these do have detail.
And you wouldn't want to see our bras.
No. I know that is a look that people go for, and I'm not dissing it, but I'm saying I think that I have passed the age where I can carry off that look.
There's one garment that we both like, but we both agree on. It's Flutterby. It's a really pretty garment, but if you have big hips, it may not be the garment for you.
Yeah, it has this flowy hip detail, that I think would, it's kind of like saying, look at my giant hips. I think mine is a little brighter. Oop, I made it go away. You can see it on here though. Dueling! Dueling iPads! There you go. It's really, I think if you were slender, this would be a beautiful style, easy. It reminds me of like a ballerina style. I think maybe because of the collar that they put it in.
There's what I also liked about this is none of the patterns were close fitting. They're very drapey. Like here's another tunic style that a lot of people can wear, and it goes up to sizes 4XL.
Yeah.
Extra small to 4XL, and I think probably a majority of the patterns, if not all of them, do
that.
Yeah,
this one goes to 3XL. This we both like this one. The nice thing about this one is that the lace detail is on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about your bra showing through. But it does have a pocket in the bust area, which I think I don't need anything here
to enhance it.
But Sheila had a really good idea. There is like an eyelet work on the actual pocket. You could actually just do the eyelet right there, and I think that would be really pretty. I think that would be better. So you could easily do that modification. And it has what do you call those? Vents on the sides. So if you're a little hippier, your hips can curve out a little bit without ruining the line and the drape of the sweater, which I thought is a really clever. It's a clever way to make something fit all sizes easily.
So I really like this, and maybe someday when I get my gumption up,
here's another one. All over lace,
knit
very
one.
Easy tank. Yeah, you had all that.
I know.
Cotton yarn, remember that?
Yeah, I know.
Could use that. Oh, we both love this one.
I think that would be a great summer.
That's the back. And I'm trying to find a picture of the front. That's the front. It's just very easy, but it has this A-line ridge that goes in the back where it buttons and in the front. And I think that triangular shape is very flattering. It's very A-line and flattering to a lot of different figures.
I like this one too.
Oh yeah, that one's really.
I know you don't because of the.
Well, I have issues with the eyelets.
The sleeves.
Oh, the sleeves are not for me, but I like. It's very.
I just.
There you go.
It's very roomy.
It's square and loose, and it has vents on the top of the sleeves, which would bug me, but it's very pretty and lightweight. This is another one that we like the look and the light sheerness of this sweater, but the pockets being a contrasting color for people who have more booty might be kind of like saying, hey, look at my booty. But we thought it would be easy to modify it by doing that section of the sweater the same color, and then it wouldn't be like all attention grabbing. And that would be a very easy thing to change. Like you just don't change colors with the yarn.
I mean, overall, it's got some really nice knits. Something that,
there's
if I ever got there's a shrug. And then there's a cropped cardi style sweater, which is really pretty. A lot of tunic style. A lot of loose tunic, yeah. So easy fitting. Again, sizes large, extra large, double XL. Some of them go up to 4XL.
Some of them to 3XL. Some of them to 4XL. But they have larger sizes available.
And we're going to be giving a copy of this away.
Yes.
So you will open up a thread.
Yes, right? I will open up a thread for this one where you can win this prize as well, the PDF. And just tell me, after looking at the patterns, which one you would knit for yourself.
Yeah.
And that'll also be drawn in 2 weeks. And coming up, we're going to have, in the week that we draw for this, we will have another book review from Cooperative Press that is another sock book. So you have that to look forward to. We just got that one yesterday, and I'm excited to look at it. I haven't read it yet.
I've looked at it. It looks really nice. So the gift we're giving away is the Bigfoot Knits.
Oh, right. This is the Bigfoot Knits.
By Andy Smith. And he has just a link, a quick little shop of all the socks in the book.
Yeah.
That's all on Ravelry. And we already did the random.org number generator, and we came up with number 15, Hut Knitter.
Hot knitter.
We don't know your real name. We don't know where you're from.
But we do know that you liked Marima and Pavarti, and that you would be grateful for this book to help you custom fit socks to make.
So
So
Hut
you're
Knitter, get in
gonna
touch
get to
with
do
us,
that.
and we will give your name to Cooperative Press. Correct?
Yes, I will give your name to Cooperative Press. You don't have to get in touch with me. I will just do it. And if you do knit custom socks,
we'd like to see
post
them.
in the group and let us know. I've been telling people, the person, Hot Pink Socks Review, who won Coggies from High Fiber Diets pattern last week, I'm like, if you knit it, link the group so that we can see how it turns out.
Absolutely.
Because that's kind of fun.
It is fun to see what everyone knits. I mean, don't feel that you just have to post a picture on the prize threads. By all means, start a thread.
Yeah.
Actually, we could start a thread of, what you're working on.
Oh, yeah. That's not even related to contests.
Anything. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. But yeah, we welcome people doing that. We had somebody ask about a knitting technique, and in the group, I did a thread on a bind off to match a cast on that she had done, the twisted German cast on. And I looked into it because I never really thought about it, and I'm very curious to find out if it worked for her.
Oh, I hope it did.
But I like that kind of stuff. That's like, I squirrel that away if I ever, like, it's like information in my head that I can use someday. So those kind of questions are certainly welcome. And we had somebody ask about your
when I did my shawl with the two strands,
how you made it loose on the edge.
I really don't remember too much.
I reminded you.
No, I know, but it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
So yeah, post whatever you want. It's everybody's group, not just ours.
Exactly.
Just to update you, all of the shows that we've done, except for 2 or 3, I'm not sure, 2 or 3, are now on YouTube. All of the shows that we've done, except for 30, are on archive.org and have been corrected on the blog. There are 3 shows for sure that I get an error message for when I try to take them off of Blip's drive. So I have to get in touch with Blip before they cut us off on September 1st and ask them to find those files for me. It's possible that they won't find those files, and so then there will just be a few missing episodes, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm doing the best that I can. If you are watching any of the ones through the blog, let me know if one of the links doesn't work. I have to kind of like do a couple of fancy footwork things to get it to work. And I'm sure at least once I have forgotten one step in there. I try to like look at it to make sure it's going to work, but yes, I have been doing between 10 and 15 shows a day for the last little while, I would say. And I'm very close. I think tonight I should be. It's going to go faster now because I've been doing the shows. I've been taking them off of Blip and putting them on archive and putting them on YouTube and then fixing the blog. But now that I have all the shows on YouTube, because some of them I had done the first year on YouTube already. Mm-hmm. So now I just have to put them on archive and fix the blog. So like one whole step is just taken out. And then I have to figure out why I can't access some of my files. I know, it's been funny going through and like reading the show notes on them because it was so long ago. I'm like, I'm on YouTube right now looking at some screenshots of like episode 59. I'm like, oh my God, look how short my hair is.
I know. Because my hair, for some reason, has really been growing. It's down there.
And at the beginning, I had long hair. But I am on 2011. I'm on episode 32. Episode 32. Everything up to after episode 32.
Episode 70 and then episode 72. The screenshots are almost similar except for the clothes.
Oh, that's so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. The other thing I want to say is I apologize. I don't think the quality of the stuff that I've had to transfer over is going to be as good as it was when it was directly on Blip, but I can't do anything about that either. The good news is, no matter what happens, I now have everything on YouTube and archive.org, so I don't have to move it again.
That's good.
So this is like a one-time thing, and after I get everything moved over and set up on the blog, I am going to spend some time figuring out how to change our feed so that maybe more of the back episodes will show up on iTunes. I think I can probably put like, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60. Right now it only does 25. I think I can up that number, but I have to do research because I am not a computer person. I've just like taught myself all this by going on the internet and talking to other people that do it. So, yeah, but I will be so happy when this is done.
Oh, I bet.
And Blip can suck it. That's all I'm saying. I feel like they've made this very difficult for me.
Yeah. I would agree on that.
I just feel like they strung us out. I knew they were going to, though.
I know,
so
you said that from the
very
beginning.
The good thing was when they finally dropped the hammer, everything was in place, and I just had to start moving files.
Right.
But I just, way to be nasty, Blip. I like YouTube and Archive much better. Nobody messes with me on this. So, have a great week, everybody.
Thanks for watching us. We really do appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. Knit with heart.
Knit with heart.
Bye.
Bye.